Welcome back to the second part of this tutorial. I'm going to exit out and let's go back to the form 1 and just double click on this very button there, and in there let's take care of the exit. I'm going to use try cache, and in there I'm going to declare, or let's create the following. So that's going to be dim exit game as. I'm going to make the dialog result, and exit game we take in the following argument. So let's come in here as game equals. Let's grab hold of all of this, my message here inside the message box. Okay, I'm going to grab hold of everything here and just say equals that, and in here I'm just going to change this to confirm. There, confirm if you want to exit. Break that into line 2, and that is it. So I'm going to now come down here and use the if statement. If exit game equals dialog result dot yes, then application dot exit. There we go. And right below it I'm just going to enter the following message. Let's say message box dot show message. So that gives me a default message that will handle the whatever error I run into. Now the next thing is I'm going to copy my function there, go back in there, double click on clear. I'm going to paste that inside clear to reset it. I'm going to also paste it inside reset. You can improve on those if you guys want. Now let's double click on the result button. Double click on the result button. Right inside the result button here, I'm going to, first of all, let's create some variables. I'm going to copy all of these here. Let's copy that. Yeah, maybe grab it all and just change things around. So inside the result button again, double click on result here, paste that in there, and right here, so for number 1 I'm going to say convert dot to int32. int32 should be somewhere, yeah. Now what I'm converting is going to be txt button, that's text box 1.text, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for text box number 2. Paste all of this in there and change this to 2, txtNumOne.Text. That's fine. Now the next thing I want to do, let's get rid of this. I'm going to create 2 more variables, 2 more. Yeah, get rid of this as well. And these 2 variables will be, let's call it answer, comma, and we have result. Those are my 2 variables I intend to use. They are both integer. Now to start with, you see this add value that I have in there. I'm going to now increment that. Come right there, add value equals add value plus 1. There we go. I'm using an if statement. If lblOperator.Text, if that is equals the plus sign, then we want the following, and I want answer. Let's say answer equals number 1 plus number 2. There we go. Else if you subtract, then this becomes subtract. Else if for multiplication and division. There we go. Alright, all done. So now we now want to use another if statement to check. But before then, let's say else here. Else answer is going to be equals to 0. Right. And right underneath here, I'm going to use another if statement here. And here, but before then, let's say result, that will be equals. Convert whatever we have inside the text box to int32. So that will be dot to int32. And what I'm converting that is going to be whatever I have inside txt result.text. Okay. However, if result is not equals to answer, and then I want the following, I want Sappy to do something, then let's say Sappy here as plus, this should be minus, that's a mistake, correct that. Alright, grab hold of Sappy. Okay, make sure you guys correct that. So here that is plus, minus, multiplication and division. That's the for the select case. So in here I'm going to say Sappy, I would like you to say as follows. So let's get rid of all of these, get rid of this as well. Okay, get rid of everything. And in here Sappy is just going to say maybe incorrect answer. Okay, the right answer is, make sure you enter column in there. I'm going to say plus convert dot to string, and what I will convert into string, that is going to be answer. There. Once that is done, we now want lbl display dot text, that to be equals, we need to convert this to string as well. Just dump it right there. Then in that case, value add value equals add value plus 1. No, that should be minus 1 because it's incorrect. Right. Then let's call our function. That is the function there. Call that. And I'm also going to get focus inside the, no, that should be focus dot focus. Inside the text box, that's meant to show the result. Can also, no, we should also clear it before we get focus anyway. Dot text equals clear. There. Alright, that's fine. Now I want the system to say something from the This is it here from my resources. Inside the resources, I must have added some sound in there. So let's see. Go to projects, the name of my project. There we go. Those are the sound. Okay, so let's go back inside my code here. And there, let's say dim sp as new. So I'm just creating object for sound play, and that sound play we get the data from my resources dot alarm. There, that is my first sound made if the answer is wrong. And we also need my variable or my instant sp to load up the sound. That load and then play it. sp.play same. There, that is taken care of. So I'm going to copy all of these and use it for the next, or you can just use ElseIf. So if this one is equals answer, my sound play here will be .win, and we don't really need SAP here anymore because we won. Get rid of that. Do we need the display? I'm going to get rid of these. Yeah, get rid of these. And the only bit that we need actually is the sound. So we have the sound. So let's move it. Just move it up here. There. Then this. Call the function, and underneath here I'm going to say lblOperator.Text. That will be equals value. No, that's not operator. That should have been lbl store.point.text. That is equals convert dot to string, whatever we have inside add value. There we go. There. And we then want the result to get focus. Okay. We can just take care of that and just, yeah, that's clear. Then the next thing we want to now do inside here is I'm going to add an if statement, a nested if. So if store result, if that one is 3, lbl store the result if is equals 3. We want to go to the next form. So come right down here. Just a sappy dot pause and from 2 dot show. In that case, me dot hide. And that is it. Right underneath here now, I'm going to now get the, let's get hold of this and paste it right underneath here. So that takes care of that. Okay, let's try that out now. I'm going to click on run. Let's just see how
29 plus 7, what is the answer?
And that will be 36. Let's see. That is good.
62 plus 15, what is the answer?
Oh, this should have been cleared. Okay, let's just enter whatever in there.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 77.
Very good.
31 plus 14, what is the answer?
Okay, so we need to clear that. So right up here I should have cleared my results. So let's say here .text equals clear. Okay, that is fine. Now the next thing we want to do, let's add timer to it. So we add timer to it, and I also noticed something on my exits. I have OK in there, so that should be yes or no. There we go. Right, that is taken care of. Now let's go to form 2 now. So inside form 2, I'm going to grab hold of all of the functions that I've used. So let's go back into form 1. I'm going to grab a hold of every single function in there. Right, including this, copy that, and form 2, paste that right on top. Now, grab hold of the variables as well. The variables and the function, just copy all of that, take it right down. There we go. Right. Here, all copied, go into form 2 and just paste that right underneath here. There we go. And I'm going to call this function here that I've just copied, I'm going to call that inside form load. Okay, look at form load, paste that in there. Okay, that's form 2 taking shape. And what else do we need to do? Now if you like, you can just change this. You can change the value in here to whatever you want. So I'm going to make this about 20 and make this maybe 21. Maybe this one can be about, let's say 102 or whatever. There. Alright, save that. Okay, and inside form 2, I'm going to add a timer there. Yeah, go straight to the toolbox and let's look for timer. There we have a timer in there. Double click on the form load itself. So inside the form load, let's do as follows. txt reset dot, I want that to focus. Now let's create an object for my timer. Name timer1 as new timer. And timer1.enable. That will be equals true. And timer1, that will be equals new. It's a system windows.form dot timer. And let's say add event. The event I intend to use, that's going to be our hard handler. So that's going to be timer1 dot tick. Yeah, comma, then I'd like it to address of the event tick itself. Timer1 underscore tick. See, we have an error because the timer1 tick is not, hasn't been activated. So let's say timer1 dot interval. Let's make that about 100. Yeah, I'm going to make it about 100. And timer1 dot start as well. There. Now to take care of this, let's go back in here, double click on the timer itself to create the tick. Look at that, that is gone. Okay, now before I do any other thing inside the timer one procedure here, let me declare the following. I'm going to come up here and just say dim, I say duration, and I'm going to make that about 100. Oh, that should be as integer. There we go. I just correct that. That should be dim. There we go. Now, inside the timer one take this very one, so let's come in here and use an if statement to take care of whatever might happen within the duration. If duration, if that is equals 0, then timer has to stop. Timer one dot stop. Okay, and if timer one stop, I then want the form 3 to show up. So let's say form 3 dot show me dot hide. Right, else, let's say else if duration greater than 0, then correct that. Then we now want duration to increase. Let's say no, decrease duration -1, and we also want the timer to stop. Then we have lbl timer counter.text equals display duration. Display the duration. Let's say dot convert to string, and there we go. And that is all with the timer. So all I then need to do is just, let's copy the exit and paste it in there. Copy, come right in here, double click, paste, and here I'm just going to call mass function, and inside it clear, go back in here, I'm going to call mass function again. There we go. And I think that's all there is to it. So let's take it from the top, exactly the same thing that I did with the form 1. That's my function, and that is the form load. There we go. Now let's see the button. Double click on the button in here. There is nothing inside the button yet. So I'm going to go straight into form 1. Let's copy what we have inside the check result. Copy everything. Take it down, and there we go. Copy that there. Let's go into form number 2. Double click on that and just paste that right in there, and that's all there is to it. So now this form will be form, let it return back to form 1. Change that to 1. Or if this equals this, or we can say game over, you can change it to form 3. The choice is yours. So either to start it all over. Okay, let's start it all over. Only if you run out of time, then will it go to form 3. So let's see, double click on this timer. If you run out of time, it goes straight to form 3. Okay, that's fine. Save that and let's run.
94
there.
minus 3, what is the answer?
That is 91. That's good.
49 plus 8, what is the answer?
Let's make that 57.
44 plus 19, what is the answer?
Let's get that wrong.
Incorrect answer. The right answer is 63.
Very good.
38 plus 21, what is the answer?
That will be 59. Let's go to form 3.
88
There
minus
we go.
5, what
That's
is the
correct.
answer?
So that will be 83. There.
$87 divided by 13, what is the answer?
Game over. Okay guys, so with that I'm gonna call it the end of this tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed, and please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a channel member. There are a lot of benefits as a channel member. You all have a nice day, and bye for now.